relying primarily on motivation to change your behavior long-term is a losing strategy. You need to train making it automatic. In 2010, I got one of these scales that's super high tech. And this is about a year. So you can see what's going on there. Not much change, up and down, up and down. A few months later, going up. So at one point, I thought, OK, I've been doing this thing called tiny habits. It's something I've applied elsewhere. Now I'm going to apply it to weight loss, because I want to lose some pounds. So after creating many tiny habits, this is where I am this week. So that's probably the course of a year or so. So you can see no real change. And then putting together little by little these tiny habits that took root and would grow, I believe I've made a long-term change. Now, we'll see 5, 10 years from now, but it seems like these habits will be very hard to undo. There are 3 things that have to happen at the same moment to cause a behavior. Number 1, there has to be some level of motivation. You got to want to keep your teeth clean. You got to want to get stronger with push-ups or something like that. Next, you have to have the ability to do it. And then there has to be a trigger. Now, when I say trigger, I mean call to action. It's the thing that says, do push-ups now. Motivation is very slippery. So if you set yourself up to do something hard, and you have to somehow sustain the motivation is going to drop down, and there's going to be a point where you don't do it, and habits are about repeating it, and you won't create the habit. This is where the insight around, let's make it really tiny, like 1, 2 push-ups. The secret was after. If you use an existing behavior in your life, and you put the new tiny behavior after it, you can use the existing behavior to be the trigger. So I was looking for, what is the T, what is the trigger? Well, the triggers are your existing behaviors. I was pretty happy about this. I thought this was a breakthrough. It means you don't have to put up Post-it notes. You don't have to set alarms and so on. Here's the format for tiny habits. It looks like this. After I, whatever your existing behavior is, I call that an anchor, I will floss 1 tooth, do 2 push-ups, and so on. So I encourage you to look at your lives, look at what you want to change, break it down to tiny behaviors, and put them in the right spot. The right spot is after something you're already doing, and allow it to grow. You don't have to amp up motivation. You don't have to draw that much on willpower. All you have to do is plan it out and let this natural process emerge.